So, what's happening at Bungie? I don't know if you people heard, there's layoffs happening today. They've announced delays on the Final Shape and Marathon. So they've been recently purchased by Sony for $3.6 billion. Could do some payroll for a while. So yeah, I know Sony's kind of theory is Sony's restructuring, right? They've done some other layoffs. Didn't they do some other layoffs? I think they did some other layoffs. But also Sony won the platform wars, right? They won the console wars here for Xbox. But yeah, I mean, they just did Spider-Man 2. That was super successful. But I mean, obviously, like, success is always kind of nerfed a little bit because of the size of the company. Sony's just gigantic. And I mean, I have a bunch of friends over at Sony. I like Sony a lot. I like the people there. They care about games a lot. They care about people who make games a lot. So I don't think they take this lightly. And so if they're doing a restructuring, what does that mean? Does that mean that Sony, which has been predominantly about single-player games, is sticking with that? Does that speak anything to that? I mean, is Destiny 2 not doing as well as people think from the outside? It's always a thing of like, how well is it really doing on the inside? I don't know, right? I find Destiny impenetrable in the lore part. Like, it's just so stacked with lore, I have no idea anymore. And so it's a hard game to get new players in, I think, because of that. So is that having an impact for retention dropping? Like, right, these were all things that you have to think about. And, you know, I don't want to speculate in the way that I'm saying something bad about a company. Again, I have friends over at Bungie. I wish them well. It's just, this is kind of surprising. It kind of really caught me a little flat-footed, this announcement, and to see this being going out. But, you know, I think this speaks to the bigger aspect of the video game industry of even when there's successes, even when there's the powerful companies, even when they're successful, they're still looking for ways to shave money off of their bottom line of costs. And so that kind of makes me think that they're thinking this kind of trough we're in now is for longer term, or they need to make bigger changes, or like I said, they've decided multiplayer isn't their way to go, or online live services aren't the way to go. And I mean, they were super successful making games like, you know, Spider-Man 2. So yeah, boy, for anyone who lost their jobs today over this, I feel for you. You know, again, I know a lot of people who've been there for a lot of years. Really successful company, really good company, taking care of their people as well. So I'm sure they'll take care of their people. I'm sure there'll be good severance packages here. But yeah, things are afoot. Things are afoot. So, you know, again, the game industry is gigantic now, so these things are going to happen. It doesn't mean that the game industry is in trouble. It's doing as well as anything else. It's just things change sometimes when the weather changes. And yeah, so yeah.